Hey y'all, I'm Ashanti Golar, host of the Brown Girls Guide to Politics. The BGG is the one-stop shop for women of color who want to talk and shape the world of politics. This season, we're getting deep into the details of Project 2025. In 900 plus pages, it's proposing dramatic conservative changes to education, healthcare, and foreign affairs. But underpinning it all is an entirely new vision for how the government operates, and that could change everything. Thank you so much to our friends at Way to Win for supporting us and making this season possible. Listen to the Brown Girls Guide to Politics wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello. From Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. October is the perfect time to delve into all things spooky. So this month, we're talking about women who give us goosebumps. Some are real-life creators of spine-chilling works of fiction. Others are the subjects of frightening folklore. Either way, these scream queens are sure to give you a scare. In 1872, Carmilla, a beautiful, bloodthirsty vampiress, graced the pages of a new novella. This was 25 years before the story of Dracula hit the shelves, and Carmilla laid the groundwork for what we now consider tropes of the vampire genre. So today, we're going to hear the tale of Carmilla. Written by Irish author Sheridan Le Fanu, the story of Carmilla takes place in 19th century Austria. Much of the book is narrated by Laura, a teenager who lives in a castle with her widowed father. The premise is today something of a trope. Laura is part of an occultist detective's case study. Laura opens with her first memory. When she was 6 years old, she woke up to a young woman kneeling next to her bed. The woman soothed her back to sleep. Laura woke again, this time to the feeling of needles piercing her chest. A nurse came rushing in, and though the nurse noticed that someone had been in Laura's bed, Laura's father wrote the incident off as simply a nightmare. Years later, a carriage crash occurs near Laura's castle. Luckily, no one seems hurt, but the passengers, a mother and her beautiful daughter, Carmilla, are taken inside the castle to be checked by a doctor. Laura approaches Carmilla and recognizes her. She's the woman from her first memory. Carmilla tells Laura she also had the same encounter when she was 6. But Laura was the woman in her memory. The two are naturally drawn to each other, as if it were destiny, and rapidly become close friends. As time passes, Laura begins noticing Carmilla's unusual manners. Carmilla won't share where she comes from, or details about her family and ancestry. And every night, she locks her bedroom door from the inside and won't come out until afternoon the next day. Carmilla also makes flirtatious advancements and becomes obsessive with her love for Laura over the short time they've known each other. Laura's curiosity only grows when a painting from 1698 is delivered to the castle. It's a portrait of Mircalla, the Countess of Karnstein, and an ancestor of Laura's deceased mother. But there's something weird about the painting. It looks, for all the world, exactly like Carmilla, even down to a beauty mark on her throat. Laura is fascinated with the beautiful portrait and asks that it be hung in her room. We don't want to spoil too much of the story for you, but perhaps you can guess what happens next. Simmering romance, mysterious disappearances, nightmares of shape-shifting black cats, and nightgowns covered in blood. A creeping feeling that Carmilla is hiding something. And then a reveal that Carmilla, with whom Laura has been having an affair, with whom Laura is in love with, is in fact a vampire. And not just any vampire. Mircalla, the Countess of Karnstein herself. The reason why this all feels so familiar and fits into such a clear trope? It's because Carmilla was the original. The story of Carmilla is one of the earliest works of vampire fiction and one of the first to infuse the idea of the vampire with eroticism and lesbianism. Carmilla, beautiful, sensual, and dangerous, symbolizes sexual freedom and liberation from patriarchal society and gender roles of the time. You can still see her legacy played out, especially across film and television, all the way up to today. So, what happens to Carmilla once Laura learns her true nature? Well, let's just say that Carmilla meets a timely end. And Laura and her dad go on a long trip to Italy to distance her from the memory of Carmilla. Some argue that this can be seen as an attempt for her dad to cure her queerness and reintegrate her into patriarchy. In the preface of the book, the reader's told that Laura has died of unknown causes, but we never find out why, or if she eventually turned into a vampire. All month, we're talking about Scream Queens. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Tune in tomorrow for the start of a brand new theme. Talk to you then.
Hey y'all, I'm Ashanti Golar, host of the Brown Girls Guide to Politics. The BGG is the one-stop shop for women of color who want to talk and shape the world of politics. This season, we're getting deep into the details of Project 2025. In 900-plus pages, it's proposing dramatic conservative changes to education, healthcare, and foreign affairs. But underpinning it all is an entirely new vision for how the government operates, and that could change everything. Thank you so much to our friends at Way to Win for supporting us and making this season possible. Listen to the Brown Girls Guide to Politics wherever you get your podcasts.